In the Islamic faith, there are 7 heavens or levels of paradise. According to the Quran, the 7 heavens, also called the 7 skies, are 7 unique celestial realms. These realms are believed to exist beyond the natural world and are stacked on top of each other. Allah created the 7 heavens for those who have led a virtuous life as a Muslim. Within different levels of the 7 heavens, you may find righteous souls, doers of good deeds, martyrs, angels, Muhammad, or Allah. One Islamic tradition teaches that Jannah, heaven, actually includes 100 levels in an incredibly complex series of realms. The 7 levels of heaven each contain angels that test the believers who enter their realm and ultimately decide whether or not these souls can progress to a higher level. In Arabic, many names of the 7 heavens include the word Jannat, which means garden or paradise, but also translates as heaven. The very similar word Jannah means heaven as a generally otherworldly paradise. The 7 heavens represent the power of Allah within the Islamic faith. One example of Quranic text links the concept of the 7 heavens to the Islamic creation story. Do you not see how Allah has created the 7 heavens, one above another, and made the moon therein a light, and made the sun a lamp? 71:15-16. First is Jannat al-Adn. The first level of heaven is called Jannat al-Adn, or the eternal place. This level of heaven is often called the Garden of Eden, and is associated with the Prophet Adam, the central figure in the Adam and Eve creation story. Those who reside here live in palaces of pearls, rubies, and emeralds and drink from rivers of wine that don't intoxicate. Most importantly, those here experience a constant closeness with the Creator, along with great spiritual riches. Quran verse. Allah has promised to the believing men and the believing women gardens, beneath which rivers flow, to abide in them, and goodly dwellings in gardens of perpetual abode. And best of all is Allah's goodly pleasure, that is the grand achievement. Surah At-Tawbah 9 hours 72 minutes. Jannat al-Firdaus. The second level is called Jannat al-Firdaus, and is filled with those who experience the highest level of bliss. It's a garden most closely located to Allah's throne, and is where the Prophet Muhammad directs his followers to go. The ultimate reward here is communing with and being able to witness Allah. It's believed that the light shining over the magnificent gardens of Jannat al-Firdaus comes directly from Allah. 8 Quran verse. These are they who are the heirs who shall inherit the paradise. They shall abide therein. Al-Mu'minin 23:10. Number 3 Jannat an-Naim. This level of heaven is called Jannat an-Naim, or the Garden of Delight. This heavenly realm is intended for Muslims who have dedicated their life to pleasing Allah. It's noted for having unusual fruit trees, along with fantastic rivers of milk, honey, and wine. The residents of Jannat an-Naim are dressed in fine silk robes and seated upon thrones. They live in gold and silver homes alongside pure, faithful companions and experience unlimited happiness. Quran verse. All authority on that day is for Allah alone. He will judge between them. So those who believe and do good will be in the gardens of bliss.
Surah Al-Anbiya 10:56.
Jannat al-Mawa. This level is called Jannat al-Mawa and is considered a resting place for righteous souls. Its name means the Garden of Refuge, and is a place to bask in the eternal joy of lush greenery and a spiritual existence free from hardship or struggle. Quran verse. Near which is the garden, the place to be resorted to. Surah An-Najm 53:15. Number 5 Jannat al-Khuld. The level of heaven called Jannat al-Khuld is called the Garden of Eternity. Those who dwell in Jannat al-Khuld won't decay or diminish in any way and will experience eternal life. This realm has no death, sickness, or sorrow, but instead laughter, joy, and souls with purpose. 14 Quran verse. Say, O Prophet, say, is this better or the abiding garden which those who guard against evil are promised? That shall be a reward and a resort for them.
Surah Al-Furqan.
Number 6 Dar as-Salam. The next level of heaven is called Dar as-Salam, or the abode of peace, and is intended for the righteous ones who spread peace on earth. It's said that Allah's angels greet those who arrive here with these words: Peace be upon you for what you patiently endured. How excellent is the final home. This is a realm without pain, conflict, or negativity. Only love, kindness, and perfect harmony exist here. The gardens are filled with flowers that live forever. 16 Quran verse. And Allah invites to the abode of peace and guides whom He pleases into the right path. Surah Yunus. Number 7 Dar al-Maqam. The final level of paradise is a place for righteous believers where all sufferings vanish. 18 Others believe that this final realm of the seven heavens is reserved solely for the Prophet Muhammad. Muhammad's presence in Dar al-Maqam signifies his great reward for spreading the Islamic message on earth. 19 Quran verse. There is no direct Quran verse about Dar al-Maqam, but a verse exists that describes the seven heavens of which Maqam is the highest. He it is who created for you all that is in the earth, and He directed Himself to the heaven, so He made them complete seven heavens, and He knows all things.
Al-Baqarah.
Living righteously by good deeds can help believers reach paradise. By turning away from sinful acts, believers can more closely align themselves with righteousness and the promise of the seven heavens. They can voluntarily perform good works while practicing kindness, charity, and love toward their neighbor. These virtuous acts can help erase any minor sins they've committed and make up for areas in their spiritual life where they fell short.